Welcome to today's discussion. We've got some thought-provoking situations to tackle, so let's jump right in. Story 1. How do I explain 911 to somebody who doesn't see it as a big deal? I, 22 male, have a girlfriend, 20 female, who is very smart. She is studying history in college and has a 4.0 GPA. Somehow, she doesn't understand why everybody cares so much about the attacks on September 11th. She says things like, "Yeah, it's sad, but stuff like that happens all the time, and why do people still talk about it? It's not that big of a deal." Nothing I ever say seems to make her realize the gravity of what happened. It boggles my mind because she is not a stupid or ignorant person. She was born in 2003, but I was born after the attacks as well and still recognize it for what it is. Does anybody have any advice on what to say to her? My advice is, 9/11 was a pivotal event that changed global politics, security measures, and had a profound emotional impact on millions. Personal stories, cultural shifts, and documentaries can help illustrate why it remains a significant topic. It's about understanding its long-lasting effects, not just the event itself. I think we should check what people think about it. Suzigbert says, "I might get smashed by the downvote hammer here, but do you think her seeming nonchalance about 9/11 is due to the fact that she's a history major? Because to someone born after an event, that event is usually just another piece of history. It was an important event, no doubt. I'm not American, but I will always remember the jolt I felt in my chest when I watched that second plane hit on live TV, and the horror I felt watching everything that unfolded afterwards. It was an awful, scary, heartbreaking time. But since she's a history major, she's studying all kinds of huge, tragic, often violent, world-changing events. Is it possible, do you think, that from a scholarly perspective 9/11 may seem similar in significance and impact to any number of other historical events she's studying? And if that's the case, if she sees 9/11 as something that's equally horrible as many other ugly pieces of history that aren't so commonly discussed, would that be more understandable for you?" Peak Penguin says, "Hold on. I need to spend a moment being bitter that there are people in their 20s who were not alive during 9/11. Sigh. I'm old." Okay, the thing is, stuff like that doesn't happen all the time, though. Not even close to it. Yeah, people die often. There are even terrorist attacks semi-regularly. But to that degree and in the S, it was beyond shocking at the time. I was 14 years old when it happened, and the whole country practically shut down. It felt like this strange, shared trauma, even for people who were nowhere near NY. I'm on the West Coast. For instance, it was literally one of those moments where my mom woke me up and said, "Turn on the TV," and I'm like, "What? What channel? Any channel?" It was seriously that big. And people who weren't alive before then don't really realize how much life changed after. Story 2. How do I say hi to someone I find cute? I am currently sitting at a local coffee shop, and I see this cute guy studying at a nearby table, and I don't know how to strike up a conversation. I have had this issue in the past too, where I see someone I find cute and end up not saying a word to them. Just sitting or standing nearby, just trying to work up the courage just to go say hi. I have no idea how to talk to them, even though I really want to. But wow, just even thinking about it right now is making my hands shake and my nerves and mind feel all over the place. I have no problem talking to other people. I can start a conversation with someone else if I am not attracted to them. I guess it just takes the nerves off. But right now I'm at a loss of what I could even say, or if I could even calm my nerves to even just say hi. Any advice? My advice is, starting a conversation with someone you're attracted to can be nerve-wracking, but keep it simple. Try a casual opener like, "Hi, what are you studying?" It's normal to feel nervous, but a friendly smile and genuine interest can go a long way. Just take a deep breath and go for it. Let's check what the community think about it. Emin Winaxley says, "When I was single in my 20s, there was this guy that worked at the wine shop I frequented. I thought he was cute, so I asked for a pen as he cashed me out and wrote my number on the receipt. I smiled and said, 'Call me if you like.' He did, to tell me he had a girlfriend. Oh well, he also called me later when they broke up." Color Cloud Art says, "The count to 3 advice is good for this and any other parts of your life that you may overthink. Can't remember who said it, but it's something like just count to 3 and do it. If you spend more than 3 seconds thinking about it, then you will talk yourself out of it. Also, as a guy, it can be the exact same for us if there is a beautiful girl we want to talk to. So take solace in knowing he is probably just as nervous as you are. Lol. Wide Bear 6198. Let me be your bestie for a moment and hype you up. Don't think about it. Walk up and ask if he doesn't mind if you sit with him. Be honest, tell him you thought he was cute and wanted to strike up a conversation. Tell him your name, ask his name. You got this, and be yourself. Don't overthink it. Take some breaths and remember you're a bad bitch. You are the only person holding yourself back. Let go and relax, babe. Story 3. I saw my sister 14 female chat with an 18-year-old guy, and I don't think this is appropriate for her age. Yesterday, I somehow hacked my sister's Instagram just for fun and out of curiosity. Then I saw some chats with guys that are older than her. I know 4 years is not a huge gap, but an 18-year-old is basically an adult, while a 14-year-old girl is barely a teenager. Not only chats, but her whole Instagram is kind of full with guys that are older than her trying to scam people. Some of them are even fake accounts, and she doesn't even know it because she accepts everybody's following request. You can say that I am too skeptical or overprotective, but I am just concerned about her mentality. I used to do things like that, and even worse, but I don't want her to be like me, live like me. What should I say without her knowing that I hacked her Instagram? What would be the most appropriate way to talk to a teenager who doesn't listen to anybody? My advice is, approach your sister with care and concern. Discuss online safety and the risks of interacting with strangers. Share general advice without mentioning you saw her chats. Suggest setting her account to private and only accepting people she knows personally. Your goal is to protect, not control. Let's see what others think about it. Imposter Cheese says, 4 years is a big gap when an underage child is involved. Teenagers are so hard-headed, so you might not be able to get her to understand. But I say get your parents involved if she isn't trying to listen to you and you genuinely are concerned for her. Burgundy Starfish says, what should I say without her knowing that I hacked her Instagram? If you address this, and you will have to be honest and fess up. All of that is the right thing to do. However, brace yourself. She's never going to trust you again after this. She might even hate you, and it wouldn't be underserved hacking into her account for fun. Low Leopard 78 or 90 says, you should watch the movie Trust 2010 directed by David Schwimmer. I feel that should help you figure out a way to be able to talk to your sister and get through to her. Yes, I do agree with everyone saying teenagers are so hard-headed. I can attest to that because I was the same way. The movie is on YouTube free with ads. Seaside Holly says, he is an adult and there is a large age gap, especially when it comes to how emotionally mature she is at her age. Please tell your parents if they were that concerned about a friend. Then they will be much more so when they find out it's their daughter. They should know what's happening so they can take steps to protect her. Police forces literally have whole divisions dedicated to protecting minors from adults looking to take advantage or exploit them. Thank you all for your valuable insights and advice. Remember, whether it's discussing significant historical events, mustering up the courage to say hi, or safeguarding loved ones online, your perspectives matter. Tune in next time for more engaging discussions. Until then, take care.